Okay guys, today we're going to start with the Crusader 454. Complaint of a no start from a lot of fuel contamination. So let's take a look and see if the fuel pump's kicking on. Do a fuel pressure test here and take a look at what we got. So here's what we've seen from initial testing. We can see that there's a little bit of moisture on both of these. There's definitely fuel getting to the engine, as you can see some fuel down there kind of pooled up. What we need to find out is if it's sparking, because it cranks and it dumps fuel. It doesn't sound great when it cranks. I'll try to take a video of that, but we need to know if it's sparking at all. If it's not sparking, then that's our problem. So let me see if I can get a spark tester hooked up and see what we got. Okay, so what we have is we're going to have a starter button, and we're also going to have a way for spark. We're going to see if we get any spark coming off of this coil. Because if we don't get spark, then our problem is spark. I'm seeing some spark, and I'm seeing some fuel. Watch this. Bam! So we got some really good spark and some really good fuel. So let's take a look and see if we can't find out why this thing isn't firing. The last thing is compression, so I really hope it's not compression. So let's take a look over here. I opened the throttle a little bit to see if maybe this will work. No, not even in the slightest. I don't know if he actually has compression. So we're gonna do a compression test on this bad boy. The other one, we'll check the other one here. Right key. That one sounded like compression. Oh, it almost fired. That's just not going to do it, huh? So looking at this engine again carefully, I'm looking down into the throttle body. I don't know how much you can see because it's super dark, but I can see gasoline pooling up down there. And I think we have a low compression situation because we've got gas. Even if it was low fuel pressure, it should still pop off for a minute. And I open the throttle blades trying to, you know, if it's a bad idle air control valve, you could have that issue. So I'm gonna take and pull all the plugs, set them out, and see where we're at on plugs. So here's what we've got. This is the starboard side of this motor because it's a V-drive motor. So the far side over there, if you notice, got a black plug, and then we've got a plug absolutely full of rust. So this engine's been flooded with water. So I'm gonna do a quick compression test. If I find two that are dead, anything less than 100 in my book is not gonna fire. So if I find two or more that are dead, then that's it for this engine. So I'm gonna do a quick no-cut compression test. So I'm gonna bring it in here, and I'm gonna make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. I've disabled spark, I've disabled fuel, unplugged the distributor, so we should be good there. We got one lead. As I said, anything less than 100 on any of these is no good. So I make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Start by threading this in to the engine. Okay. Let's take a look. That's 85 PSI with the throttle blades totally open. That's not enough to fire. Okay, let's check cylinder number 2. Let's run it again. $80. That's no good. Okay. Hey guys, we work really hard to try to bring you these videos, so if they help you at all, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll try to help as much as we can. Thank you so much. If 3 is bad, I feel no need to go any further. I'm even just going to do a quickie little compression on the other engine, because if it's the same way, then that's not good. Okay. That one's got 110. Okay. Not horrid. I mean, it's bad for this engine. This engine should have around 170 when brand new, 150 when it's got about 500 hours, and then about 130 when it's all said and tired and ready to be replaced. So 110 is still, it's not good being the highest one. Okay, let's try this one. $120. So they're all exceedingly low. So we need to start with an engine that has compression. That's such a bummer. So now we're going to take a look at port. So let's see what we got when we crank here. There ain't no fuel out of this one. Okay, so what we found with the port engine, it doesn't seem to be low compression, it seems to be lack of fuel so far. It could have low compression, but it doesn't show signs of it. So I'm going to try to pull fuel through this thing. I try to pull fuel. I heard a sound first, like it was pulling. Let's see if we can help this pump pull a little bit. So now I got some deep vacuum on it. See how little fuel it's getting? So I think we've got a clog somewhere else. It's because the pump, when it pumps, it seems to want to pull. So let me see if we got like a clogged tank pickup or something. Good news on this engine. So I disconnected the fuel line. It's just getting a little dribble out. So I tried to suck some out. Nothing was coming out. So I pulled the line off from the tank, which are these two down here, specifically this one. Pulled from this and is pulling a ton of fuel. This fuel filter is brand new. The lines are clean, so it's just as easy as a bad pump. So we're going to start with a fuel pump and go from there on this engine. But this engine's got compression, so lucky for the customer that this thing should just fire right up once we get a fuel pump on it.